Thank you for clicking into this video and a warm welcome to you. My name is Sean and this is a 5 days journey through Tokyo during the Sakura season. In this highly immersive tour, we visit popular tourist destinations as well as interesting hidden gems I bet you've never heard of. Our journey spans across a wide variety of topics: history, culture, science, art, nature, retail, lifestyle, fashion, and good eats. My voice serves as a guide through this fantastic journey. I walk you through my thoughts and opinions on the places and products I interact with. We stayed at the Hotel Mets in Mejiro as it was literally the only affordable option during this busy Sakura season. Most hotels are fully booked or 2 to 3 times the regular price, so keep in mind when you're coming to visit during the Sakura season. The rooms were very tiny but clean and comfortable, and the hotel is situated right next to the Mejiro station in a charming neighborhood about 2 stops away from Shinjuku. We helped ourselves to some fantastic sushi near the hotel and proceeded to catch some night lights in Shinjuku. The next morning, my sister Aimi, who live in Tokyo, took us to a charming neighborhood called Jiugaoka. Tourists are far in between in this local area, which is saturated with lots of interesting boutique shops and cafes. It is springtime, so many of the shop fronts were adorned with freshly bloomed flowers in the most vibrant and cheerful colors. The good citizens of Japan welcome the arrival of spring with open arms, basking in this glorious warm sun rays with their friends, families, and pets. We've arrived at La Vita, which is a small but public courtyard that replicates the gondola of Venice. While it is not really that impressive, it is a popular photo spot, and the walk here from the station is full of adorable shops. One of my favorite stores here is called Today's Special. It is a lifestyle, kitchen, and cooking store. Don't miss out on the charming plant store upstairs. While we can't really bring live plants home with us, their gardening tools and pots were very tempting. What I liked about this area is that it's not really that big, so you won't find the need to spend the whole day. Most stores here are delightful, inspiring, and the products and goods were crafted with love and care. The passerbys and pedestrians were also incredibly charming. Our next stop is Futago Tamagawa. This is another local neighborhood filled with charming shops and almost no tourists come here. I was on my way to a local plant store, Protoleaf, to film a plant content. We walked by a beautiful traditional Japanese residential area. If you read Doraemon growing up, you can easily picture Nobita living in one of these homes. As you can see, the cherry blossoms have started to bloom. On our way back to the station, we passed by a children's store on the main road. This is the best children's store I've been in my entire life, so if you've got little ones or are thinking of getting souvenirs, this might be the place for you. Next stop, Asakusa Station. I made my way past the busy touristy commercial street of Kanondori Street towards Senso-ji, also known as Asakusa Kanon Temple. This is Tokyo's oldest and most revered Buddhist temple, with its origins dating back over 1300 years. It is a symbol of hope and protection for the people of Tokyo. Senso-ji is a place for devotion and spiritual connections. As you explore its intricate architecture and serene courtyards, you'll find worshippers lighting incense and offering prayers. Some visitors purify themselves at the chozuya, a cleansing ritual by washing your hands and mouth with water. So, whether you seek cultural immersion, historical insight, or just a moment of reflection, Senso-ji Temple is a captivating destination that promises to leave you enchanted. Directly in front of the temple is the famous Nakamisedori, a bustling street filled with traditional snacks offering an array of Japanese snacks, souvenirs, and trinkets. We helped ourselves to some mouth-watering apple pies that claim to be the best in the world. I don't disagree. While it looks like a night market, the shop actually closes at 7 p.m., so plan your visits accordingly. Today's adventures start out in Shibuya. Shibuya is a vibrant and iconic shopping district located in the heart of Tokyo. But this was around 8 a.m. and the streets wait silently and patiently for a massive crowd that amassed later in the day. We strategically planned to visit Donquijote this early morning before all the malls and attractions open because this store is open 24 hours, making them a reliable destination for last-minute gifts or late-night snack runs. This massive store carries everything you need and everything you didn't know you needed. Now I must warn you that this store is massive. It'll take you an entire day to go through everything. Now I bought this black toothbrush and they were actually very effective and durable. And look at the price, it's only 200 yen. It must be strawberry season in Japan because they are everywhere. They are so delicious and very inexpensive. And this here is my favorite liquor in Japan, lemon sour that you mix with soda and ice cube. In Japan, the bento culture is strong. It is a convenient solution for people's fast-paced lives, offering a quick, nutritious, and portable meal to accommodate their incredibly hectic lifestyles. For some reason, I bought into this candied toffee apple and I found it extremely challenging to eat and it was simply way too sweet. I swear this is the last time I'm having one of these. We headed back out into the Shibuya sidewalks and towards a popular tourist destination, the Shibuya Sky. Not discouraged by the huge line waiting to get into the elevator, we waited and waited. To our disappointment, we realized that the entry was fully booked for the day. No one told us that we had to make reservation online for this and almost all other attractions around Tokyo. The downside of visiting during the busy Sakura season is that millions of people want to visit the same attraction as you in the same week. Standard Products is another lifestyle store in Japan that carries everything. These stores are my favorite when I travel and I can spend hours here. You will find useful living products that are very well designed and at an affordable price. Our curiosity brought us to Hayashi Ramen, a highly recommended ramen joint in Shibuya. Get ready for a long queue as the restaurant seats less than 10 people. They only have one item on the menu, with ramen broth made with seafood, pork, and chicken. These places can be stressful due to the long wait and the thought that countless other people are waiting for you to finish your meal. I must say the taste was savory, unique, and tasty. But in Japan, most restaurants are more than qualified to satisfy your taste buds with less wait. This is the iconic Shibuya crossing, where 5 pedestrian crosswalks meet. This unique configuration allows for the iconic scramble crossing effect, where pedestrians can cross in multiple directions simultaneously when the traffic lights change. The newly opened Miyashita Park, also in Shibuya, is easily one of my favorite shopping malls. It boasts a huge and thoughtful public park on the rooftop for locals and tourists to soak up the city view and the perfect weather. Downstairs, you will find predictable luxury brands, but upstairs, the shops were interesting because there were unusual brands carrying interesting products. The food and beverage concepts in the mall were also diverse and mouth-watering. We wandered aimlessly for a bit and chanced upon Tailored Cafe in Shibuya. The coffee served was actually outstanding. Loft is another mega lifestyle store carrying every aspect of living and home goods. This is a perfect place to pick out something for yourself or thoughtful souvenirs for loved ones at a very good price. They also boast an impressive plant store with unique ways to grow the plants. From Miyashita Park, we took some local streets toward Harajuku. And you guys, these small roads were adorned with charming stores on both sides and in every corners. My dad, he loves overrated food with long queues, so I found this hyped up restaurant, Gyukatsu Motomura in Harajuku. We waited 2 entire hours just to get a seat. Honestly, it was the best gyukatsu this lips ever tasted, with the beef perfectly marinated and melting in my mouth. But I felt 2 hours would have been better spent elsewhere.
Looks like the Inception.
A trendy district in Tokyo, Harajuku is famous for its diverse selection of crepe vendors offering both sweet and savory options. In Japan, it is generally considered impolite or inappropriate to eat while walking in public. Some stalls provide eating areas for customers. Harajuku is most well known for diverse and extreme fashion, especially in the goth punk genre, but they have a lot of cosplay and fetish stores as well. My personal favorites are the secondhand stores, especially since the 90s style is back and in trend these days. However, a lot of the used clothes can be more expensive than the new. Japan has the most space-efficient and high-quality reusable shopping bags that cost next to nothing, so we helped ourselves to some. found ourselves in a beautiful flagship Uniqlo store with futuristic and surreal designs. The same building also houses an IKEA. While looking for the bathroom, I chanced upon this very enchanting rooftop with city view and garden lights. Although I was alone, I could feel the romance in the air. Tsukiji Fish Market is a bustling mecca for seafood lovers, and visit to Tokyo would not be complete without it. You do have to rise very early to get the freshest catch because by 9 a.m., throngs of tourists flood the area. Considered to be the world's largest fish market, you will see a lot of action here, with stalls overflowing with a dazzling array of mouth-watering seafood. We helped ourselves to some incredibly uncommon and the freshest, tastiest sashimi at an affordable price. Once you are there, it is difficult to miss a huge line of people waiting on omelette on a stick. It was around 30 minutes queue, but the texture of the egg was an unusual combination of fluffy and crispy with a hint of sweetness and savory. We found more strawberries, and being more adventurous this time, we tried the lighter colored one. Unfortunately, it tasted just as unappealing as it looks. I would stick to the normal red strawberries in the future. From the fish market, we walked past the Nishinaka Bridge. It offered beautiful and tranquil views of residential buildings along a picturesque river canal with sakuras draping along both banks. Our destination? The Nishinaka Dori Street, which is famous for monja restaurants. Monja is a local delicacy and is often described as a type of savory pancake. It's made with flour, water, and naigamo, which is a type of yam, which results in a runny and gooey mixture. Next, you add toppings like cabbage, noodles, rice cake, bacon, and an assortment of seafood. Monja is cooked on a flat iron grill, usually with the help of staff, but experienced and adventurous diners are more than welcome to test out their culinary skills on these grills themselves. Ginza is most pleasant on weekend afternoons when the central Chuodori Street is close to all traffic and become a large pedestrian zone. Directly above the Mitsukoshi Mall is our next destination, the Art Aquarium Museum. The Art Aquarium Museum is a captivating and unique art experience that blends art, technology, and aquatic life. Vividly colored fish and aquatic displays are transformed into living works of art by the founder Hidetomo Kimura. Since we're here, I'm going to share some interesting facts about goldfish that you didn't ask for. First domesticated over 1,000 years ago in ancient China, the goldfish is believed to have originated from a wild carp species. While they all belong to the same species, Carassius auratus, please pardon my Latin, the extensive breeding and cultivation efforts over centuries have led to a remarkable range of goldfish types. While these hybrids can be visually stunning and highly sought after by collectors and enthusiasts, it is important to know that some of these traits were caused by genetic mutations. These mutations can sometimes lead to health issues such as reduced mobility or impaired organ function. I like to believe that breeders strive to balance aesthetics with the health and well-being of the fish, but the balance seemed to be tipped to one side more than the other.
Eat the fake flowers though.
Overall, this was a fascinating exhibition and my entire family had a wonderful time. But I can see that there will be those who are compassionate or sensitive towards animal well-being that might find this exhibition disturbing and maybe even uncomfortable. We had dinner at Eggslut. As the name suggests, eggs were their specialty. We ordered 3 types of burgers to share and they were all incredibly tasty and unforgettable. We spent the rest of the evening shopping and it's worth noting that the malls in Japan closes early, so plan your day accordingly. It's morning the next day and my dad and I set out to find breakfast, and we couldn't ask for better weather. Morning commuters shared the sidewalks with us, heading to their respective destinations. It is important to know that Japanese people are extremely law-abiding. They don't cross the street until the traffic light tells them it's okay to do so, even when there's no oncoming traffic in sight. That's my dad walking ahead. This is a man who's been through a lot in life and someone who has shaped me in many ways to become the person I am today. I'm grateful to share this intimate and unforgettable walk with him. We've arrived at our destination, Denny's. While they do have Western options, I opted for the traditional Japanese rice set, which was simple but tasty. I've grown to love the taste of natto, a very sticky fermented bean side dish. Next, my dad accompanied me to visit Ozaki Flower Park, a garden center where I filmed an episode of Houseplant content. It was a very long train ride and an even longer walk to get to the garden center, but we passed by charming residential neighborhoods and soaked in all that good weather, not knowing how many more of these moments we can share in our lifetime. I separated with my dad and I got off at Sendagaya station to visit the Gyoen Gardens, as their cherry blossom event is world famous for its beauty. Unfortunately, millions of people think the same and were ahead of me. Just like before, pre-booking online and a 1-hour wait was required to get in. I could only leave with my head down. I'm just not sure if I enjoy this high volume of tourists and the stress from limited attraction capacity. Some of you might find thrill in this, but I implore you to think twice before coming during the busy Sakura seasons. Our final attraction, TeamLab Planets, is an immersive and interactive digital art museum created by the art collective TeamLab. Not far from the entrance, my family had to scramble past an extremely plushy obstacle. This was the most laughs we had this entire trip. In this room filled with mirror and light, visitors were transported temporarily into a world of beautiful, ever-changing illuminations and mind-bending reflections. The entire museum is powered by advanced digital technology, including motion sensors and projectors. The art installations respond to the movements and actions of visitors, creating a dynamic and ever-changing experience for all. In this room, moving koi fish burst into sakura flowers upon colliding with us.
Yeah.
In this last but impressive attraction, live orchids in full bloom were strung up from the mirrored ceiling. This was an impressive and orgasmic finish to our TeamLab experience. We left the venue energized and inspired, each with precious photos and memories to share with our loved ones. I guess this concludes our Tokyo tour, with Osaka coming up in the next episode. Ladies and gentlemen, you know the drill. Hit that subscribe and like button, and do comment down below to let me know what you liked or didn't like about this episode. Thank you and take care for now. Bye bye.